Hi, King. Hi, Kingdom. Hi, Half Moon. I love you. Half Moon, I love you. How are you? You're on time today. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. How you doing? How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. How's your day going? How is your day going? Welcome in. Hi. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. How are you today? Welcome in. How is everything? How are you today? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Half Moon, you are so awesome. I love it. Um, Today, we're going to be talking about the narcissist bait and switch. I was thinking about this yesterday, and I said, you know what? We'll probably do that as the topic. I'm sure we touched on it prior, but I don't think that we actually made it an actual topic. Um, so we'll wait for a few more people to get in. Thank you for being on time. I love it. Um, and then we'll get started. And Half Moon said, all is good. Good. That is awesome. That is awesome. So the cabin is coming out good. Are you almost done? What is the update on the cabin? Are you done, or do you still have some other things that you have to do? And then, hey, John, how you doing today? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Half Moon says, thank you for doing a lot. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm not sure if you know, because I haven't been on live for a little bit, like here and there. But my schedule, what happened is my work schedule changed. So I'm trying to maneuver around my new schedule so that I can come in and uh, chat with you guys for a little bit. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. And then John said, hey, Half Moon. I love it. I love it. You guys doing okay, right? I hope you guys are doing okay. Oh, I missed you guys too. I really did. Like while I'm working, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I would usually be on live right now. And like, oh, I'm like, okay, I got to figure it out. I got to figure it out. So, yeah, I'm not able to come on as much as I would like to. But we're squeezing it in. We're squeezing it in. I'm trying to figure it all out. But I appreciate every single one of you. I just love you guys. You guys are so awesome, so freaking amazing. I just love it. Hey, Lawrence, how you doing today? Welcome in, welcome in. Lawrence says, good afternoon. Worshiping Wednesday, okay, and smash that like button, y'all. If you didn't hit the like button on your way in, go out for, we're not gonna get started yet. We'll wait for a few more people to get in. Just go out for 1 second, hit the like button, and then come right back in. I promise we'll be here waiting for you. And Half Moon said, I still have other things to do. I could send you. Yeah, that would be awesome. I love it. I love the updates. Some pictures, but I don't see the email I use to send them to. It's the same email. It's Treasure Designs with an S, and designs is spelled the way it's supposed to be spelled, and then colors is spelled the way it's supposed to be spelled with an S at the end at gmail.com. I think you did. Yeah, you sent me stuff with that email before, so I'll look for that. I'm excited. And John is saying, hey, Lawrence. And Lawrence is saying hi. Oh, I love it. I love when you guys converse with each other. It's just so awesome. We are family, y'all. Listen, we are family. We may not agree all the time. We may have little small disagreements, which I don't think that we have, but that's usually what family does. But we are still family, and I love you. I love you. I love you. And I love the the warmness. Is you guys always are right on time. So I love you guys. I just want to let you know that. And then John is saying, oh, good, thank you. And then Half Moon and is saying hey to John and Lawrence. So today we're going to talk about the narcissist bait and switch. And I think we touched on this a little bit, but I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, you know what? I think we'll make that, I'll do that as a topic, because a lot of people actually don't realize that this is how narcissists actually get you, how they get their teeth into you, how they get you to trust them. And the narcissist bait and switch is they represent themselves as you. They study you, right? They learn your mannerisms. They learn what you like. They will actually say things that you say, but that's to give you that setup, right? That's the bait. The bait is you feel as though you're meeting yourself. You feel as though you are, you've met your twin flame, they call it. I don't know too much about that term, but I know a lot of people say twin flame or soulmate, because they represent themselves as being so much similar to you, or just about being like you. And one thing that I can say that I now realize is, so not only are they energy snatchers, right? They will steal a lot of your good energy, but also in the beginning, they will actually also steal a lot of your good energy. So the way you would react, they study you and they repeat exactly what you would do. The things that you would say, they study you and they do exactly and say exactly what you would say. It's just they mirror you, right? They mirror you in the beginning. They act like you. So I think a lot of times, and this doesn't happen with all of them, but a lot of them do that, you become so smitten and so intrigued and so connected to this person that you really feel like you are meeting you. You're seeing yourself in this person, and that's the bait. That is the bait, okay? So that's the bait in where that's not really who they are. They don't talk like that. They don't react that way. That's not how they really think. But they're studying you so much that they're just regurgitating everything that you say and do. They're mirroring you to the T. So a lot of people feel as though they're meeting, quote unquote, their soulmate. That's where God comes in. Now that we are where we, excuse me, now that we are, I keep losing my drink. Oh, here it is. Now that we are where we are, now that we've been through and experienced what we have experienced, we know that. We know that. So holding back a little bit is definitely a good thing. Maybe learning more about them, right? Getting them to pour out a little bit, because in the beginning they don't, right? They hold back. If they're crying that their ex is crazy, or they all of these things that all their family has done so many things to them. Their co-workers, everybody in their life has done so many bad things to them. That's one of the cues. So if they're only talking about them being the victim, like we talked about last week, then we know that that's definitely one of those red flags. And that other red flag, which is that bait, if that person is just repeating everything that you say, everything that you do, how you would react, that's something that where you got to go to God, and you have to ask for that discernment if you don't already have it, so that you can now, that God can give you that spirit of discernment and understanding and knowing, is this person genuine, or is this person just regurgitating everything that you are doing and saying because it's the bait and switch. And we know what the switch is. We know what that switch is. When they switch, right? Once they get you comfortable, once they get you relaxed, once they get you smitten to the point where you feel that you are in love, because you're falling in love with you. You're falling in love with your twin, and that's not who they really are, right? Let me get back to the comments so I don't get too far behind. And I'm welcoming everybody, welcome in. And then Lawrence says, John, I tell you, yep, to stay on course and God will provide the healing. Exactly. And John says, yes, he is. I still hit some bumps in the road. We all do. We all do, John. We all do. That's life. You know, that's part of the journey, is just hitting those bumps. But how we come back, how we pick ourselves back up, that's the key. We don't stay stagnant. You know, you guys know that I'm a advocate for not staying stagnant. Even I this year, I want to say maybe twice this year, where I wasn't coming on, I actually fell into some depressions. Me, I'm being very transparent and very honest. I think about twice this year, when you guys weren't seeing me and I wasn't coming on, I fell into depression, where I felt like I wanted to give up, not on life, but just on just everything else. Not that depression, just I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to come on and fake and be and pretend. So we all go through bumps in the road, but it's how we pick ourselves back up. It's how we go to God and ask God to comfort us and caress us and give us that boost and that lift and that reassurance that we do need from Him. A lot of times we look for other people to do that, but if we stay on course and remember that God is our everything. I had to learn this. We tend to put a lot, too much trust in man and in people. And a lot of times people will fail us. Everybody is not going to fail us, but there are times where people will fail us. And then we don't know where to go. We don't know how to respond. We don't know what to do. But that's where God is saying, hey, remember me? Because a lot of times when that happens, sadly, we put God on the back burner. So we always have to keep Him in the front and putting Him first and foremost. And then things always fall into place. Yeah. So let's see. And then Lawrence says, Half Moon, appreciate you and congratulations, yeah, on your progress and your project, yeah. And then Lawrence says, let me make this a little bigger. Lawrence says, John, that's normal. Stay positive and patient. Absolutely. Amen, Lawrence. I love it. And then, of course, this thing is not working. Let me get my glasses because it's getting stuck. So let me read off of my phone here. Okay, let's see. And welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. And as you come in, hit the like button. Hit the like button on your way in. Just go back out really quickly and hit that like button. Okay, let me find my spot. Yep. And then John says, I read that. Lawrence says, oh, hey, Truth. How you doing today? Welcome in, welcome in. Truth says, hey, everyone in the chat. How you doing today, Truth? Fernandez. I'm sorry, Fernandez. I have to get used to calling you that. Is it okay if I still call you Truth? If it bothers you that I call you Truth, let me know, and I'll just make sure that I call you Fernandez. And I like that name. And then Half Moon says, we make plans up. Yep. They change them. They play. Yep. No show. Yep. No checking in. Exactly. And in the end, they play that push-pull. Yep. Game as they groom another supply. Half moon. Mwah. That is absolutely 1000% correct. That's exactly what they do. That's the switch for sure. And then Half Moon says, I appreciate you and all our group members. Yes, absolutely. And then True said that I got the title, The Evil of Eating Meat from the Minister of Wellness, Nathaniel Jonathan. Okay. All right. Yeah, everybody has their own walk and their own journey with that. There are some people who believe that that's definitely not something that you should do. And then, others do have it in their routine. But we don't, here we don't judge. If people want to eat meat, if that's what makes them happy, then yeah, go ahead and do it. But there are a lot of people who have their very strong opinions on that. And then Half Moon says when they talk, they are telling on themselves. Half Moon. You got it. Exactly. And hey, Vanessa, how you doing today? Welcome in. And then Half Moon is saying, hey, Vanessa. Vanessa says, 2 days since I have gone no contact with my son's father. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we got to get you to stay on the right track, right? Yeah, definitely got to stay on the right track. And then Vanessa's saying, hey, to Half Moon. And then Lawrence says, good to see you, Vanessa, in the chat. Stay patient and pray for strength. Exactly. And then Vanessa's saying, hey, Lawrence. And Lawrence says, smash that like button, y'all. Smash the like button. If you didn't smash the like button on your way in, just go out for 2 seconds, hit the like button, and then come right back in. Come right back in. But we are referring today and talking about that bait and switch. So I have a question for you guys. When you met the narcissist, right? Most of us, I think most of us have had relations with the narcissist, with a narcissist. So when you first met the narcissist, was the narcissist giving you the bait where they just seemed to be doing everything that you were doing, responding how you would respond, or maybe saying, doing your mannerisms, saying the things that you would say? Did you feel in the beginning as though you were actually meeting your twin, yourself? Was that a thing for you guys, or do you not remember it? Do you not remember that happening when you guys first met? And then Vanessa says, definitely going to stay on track with no contact. Good, good. That is awesome. That is wonderful. That's good to hear. Very, very happy to hear that. And then Half Moon says, meat is all I eat. No carbs, no plants for over 6 months now. Down 20 pounds. I feel better than I ever felt. Yeah, it's a personal journey for everyone. There's no right and there's no wrong. It's what's right for you may be wrong for someone else, and may work for you but not work for someone else, and vice versa. So that definitely is a personal journey that everybody has to decide for themselves what it is that they want to do. I eat meat once in a blue moon. The kids still eat meat. I don't judge them. If they want meat, they can eat meat. I don't say, hey, I'm not eating meat, so you don't eat meat either. So it is a personal journey for sure. And then Vanessa says, I felt that the narc was definitely mirroring me. Yeah, when I first met him, he knew that I loved the Lord, and he pretended to love him too. Yeah. Yep, they do it. They do it. They do. They listen very well. They observe you. They study you. And then a lot of them do mirror you in the beginning. They absolutely do. And that's where you become very smitten and very drawn to this person, because they are just giving all of your good energy that they have watched you give out. They just give it right back to you. So they just do exactly what you would do, say what you would say, and then that's where that's how they draw you in. That's how they get, that's that line, and then it has that shrimp or that piece of meat at the end, and that's to bait you, to get you to draw in. So a lot of them do that. And then Truth says, okay, for me, that's good, Fernandez or Truth. But I think the most important thing is to have the truth in your soul. Yes. I don't eat meat anymore, nor fish, nor smoke. But I am not a vegan. I eat honey from, and I can't see what that is. Is that oh, the bees from a bee. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Honey is really, 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 there's so much, greatness in honey, for sure. And then Half Moon says, I don't believe in twin flames. I don't remember her mirroring me, but in retrospect, she was always interested in what I was doing. So right, so that's part of the bait process, right? That is part of the mirroring. So they want to do whatever it is that you want to do. That they do that a lot. So and a lot of times they're like, okay, I don't care, whatever you want to do. So they don't really have an opinion. And a lot of times the reason why they don't have an opinion is because they want to learn what you want to do. They want to learn what you're going to say. They want to learn how you're going to react. They want to learn the things that you love and are interested in. And then when you show them what those things are, then they'll let you know that that's what they're interested in. And it's only a bait. That's what it is. It's the bait, right? It's to get you hooked. It's to get you to draw in. They want to draw you in by saying, wow, this person is this is my twin. This is my soulmate. This is my person. This is the person that I've been looking for all this time. And they only do that to bait you. And then, of course, like we said, like some of the things that Half Moon mentioned just now, that's the switch. They switch up on you once they realize that they got you exactly where they want you. You're smitten, you're in love, you're on cloud nine, you're thinking that this is it. And then once you're comfortable and you're relying on them, you go to them, you're telling them your intimate, dark secrets or things that has happened to you in the past, and all they're just sucking all of that in, and then they're just putting it in their back pocket for the opportune time to then pull that out and to whip it back on you and throw it back on you and reverse it back on you and use it against you. That is what they do. And then, hey, Sergio. Oh, sorry. Vanessa says, the Nart would often eat my favorite meals. Yep. Paint his walls my favorite color. Yep. And would copy how I would talk. Yep. He really studied me, which I think you were saying, which was really odd. Well, here's the thing. When you were going through it, it didn't seem odd, right? When you were going through it. Did it seem odd when you were going through it? Because if you did, then that was your red flag, and you didn't really pay attention to the red flag. But was it like comfortable back then? Or was it odd back then? And if it was comfortable, did it make you feel like, wow, this is who I'm supposed to be with. This person is just like me. I love this feeling. I love having someone who likes the things that I like. We're so similar in so many ways. And then, hey, Sergio, welcome in, welcome in. We are talking today about the narcissist bait and switch, how they get you drawn in, the things that they do to draw you in. And then, of course, the switch, we know, that they switch up everything that they did in the very beginning. And then Half Moon says, what I remember most was the intimacy. And okay, so there was a lot of intimacy, a lot of intimacy. Yes. So, and I think in the beginning, it's probably, and you guys can tell me what you think about this. I think a lot of that is to a distraction. If you really think about it, if the sex drive is so high, right, in the beginning, and it's so good in the beginning, it distracts you from all of the other important things. Does that make sense? So if they're loading on the intimacy, and that's the majority of what's going on in the very beginning, that also is a bait as well, right? So if you're doing that most of the time, you're not getting to learn who they are. You're not really getting to know what they like, who they are as a person, what their past is about. They're pulling all, and remember about intimacy. We talked about this probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So intimacy is used to draw a lot of energy from you. It's pretty much they're trying to snatch your soul. It sounds weird. It sounds very, very, very like way out there, but that's part of the bait, so that they can, because when you have intimacy, you transfer. There is transfer of energy, lots of other things, and they know exactly what they're doing when they do that. That is not done by mistake. It's definitely done on purpose, for sure. And that too, Half Moon and everybody else, is part of the bait as well. And then True says, with the switch sounds to me that they go cheating, and that they have fun with the other supply or other X, exactly, because they recycle the same people for the most part, unless they find a new supply. But 9 times out of 10, they are actually recycling and cycling back to the same people over and over and over again. That's why that people will tell you that they'll come back to you. It may take a year or 2 years or 3 years, 6 months, 3 months, 5 years, 10 years, but they will come back. They always do come back. And then Lawrence says, this is completely accurate. Also, if you listen to them closely, when they cheat, they start to mirror you. Oh, mirror the new supply. Lawrence. Lawrence, oh my goodness. You are so right. Let me close my mouth. Whoa, 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 whoa. You are so right. That is so accurate. Oh my goodness. You are spot on. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh my goodness. You hit the nail on the head. Oh my goodness. That is very, 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 very true. They start to mirror the new supply. At that point, they hate everything about you. Mic drop. Guys, can you relate? Can you relate to what Lawrence just said? That was a gem. Lawrence, you are spot on. You are absolutely spot on. That is very, very, very accurate. When you said that, and I had like an epiphany, because the same thing happened with me. What you're saying, that is so true. If you watch them, you're like, you've never done that before. You've never said that before. Or you, what? Like, they're taking on the energy, the speech, and the behavior of someone else, but it throws you off because you've never seen it before. You've never experienced that before. And then you're looking at them like, who are you? And then, like Lawrence says, that's when they're literally despising everything about you, because they don't want you anymore. They no longer need you. You no longer satisfy them. They look at you as being disgusting in every way. So that's when they start figuring that they're going to put you out for trash. Lawrence, that is so true. Very, very accurate. And then Lawrence says also they start to use the same language, and slang, that the new supply uses, right? You're like, I never heard you say that before. What? Where'd you get that from? But Lawrence, you're absolutely correct. Yep. And then Half Moon says the intimacy was her bait. Right. Yep. That's exactly what they do. And then True said, oh, sorry, he deleted it. And then Half Moon says, I saw a personality carousel when she was grooming another. She was thinking about him and realized she was with me. Okay, so you're saying that you kind of caught her maybe fantasizing or thinking about the other person while she was with you. That is very possible. And maybe at that point she was thinking, ugh, I wish, the other person was here, because they at that point in their mind, they have replaced you. You are non-existent. You don't exist anymore. They don't care anything about you. You could do 10 million wonderful things. It means absolutely nothing, because now their spirit and their soul has transferred on to someone else, or they've sucked the spirit and the life out of someone else in their kind of weird way, if that makes sense. That's where that vampire energy comes from. And now they don't care about you. They don't care anything about you. They could care less what you think, how you feel. So yes, yep. And then, hey, Fran, how you doing today? Welcome in. Fran says, hello all. Lawrence, you hit the nail on the head. Mic drop. Mic drop. Lawrence dropped the mic today. Spot on. And that's exactly, like, I remember that happening. The moment you said it, I was like, you're absolutely correct. That is absolutely, like, I'm speechless. Completely speechless, because my mind is going back. So I'm trying to carry on with you guys, but my mind literally is taking me back to those events. Yep. Oh, and then also when it gets to the point that Lawrence mentioned, when they're disgusted with you, if they are having intimacy with you, they're bringing in new positions that they've never done before. They're doing things that they've never done before. And you're looking at them like, okay. So your mind is going, you're like, where did they get that from? Yep. Oh yeah. They got it from the other person, and they're letting you know. And they let you know without letting you know. They want you to know. They want you to know that there's someone else, but they don't want to tell you that there's someone else. But their behavior, right? Their behavior tells you that they're with someone else. And this person is the new supply. This person is it. And you are not it. This person is it. Tag, the new person is it. And you are not it. Which is a blessing. Which is a blessing. You don't see it as a blessing in the very beginning because they throw you off. But when the dust clears, you realize that person is a blessing in disguise. Thank you, God. Yes, absolutely. And then Vanessa says, to be honest, I found it completely odd when the narc mirrored me. But because I was so broken, I thought I had met the knight in shining armor. Yeah. Yeah. So in your mind, it threw you off. But you know, because you were going through, and that also is part of their bait too, because a lot of times, like you said, Vanessa, you were broken, and they know that, and they use those vulnerabilities against you. That's another part of the bait from the narcissist. A lot of times, their victims are in a in-between period where maybe they're confused, like Vanessa said, broken, maybe in limbo, needing some kind of direction, don't know where to go, maybe even some are depressed. It just depends, and they use that against you. That's another part of the bait that the narcissist does. Yeah. Yep. So, and I'm sorry, Vanessa. So sorry. And then Lawrence says the narcissist during this love bombing stage, excuse me, they're what is that? They're nastier than your grandmother in one of the honey packs. Oh, I think you were saying nastier. You're talking about that. You talking about freaky? Like Lauren, Half Moon was saying that they were really, 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 really freaky, right? They give you all the freakiness, so you're like, oh, whoa, this is something. But when you don't have that discernment, when the flesh is weak, when the flesh is weak, they use that as a bait against you. Yes, Lawrence. Absolutely. One of those honey packs. Those what are they called? Oh Lord, they're supposed to help you with your sex drive, I guess. Bring out your other side. Yes. Yes. Yeah, they're everywhere now. That's old school stuff. I think it's called, I don't know if it's called Royal Honey or something like that. I think that's what it's called. But yes. That's exactly correct, Lawrence. Yes. And then Half Moon says, like what Lawrence was saying, she was mirroring the wrong person, right? But that's usually when they're on their way out is when they do that. That's where, if we're paying attention, like Lawrence says, if we're not paying attention because we're so inundated with all of the mess that they have created, but we're kind of a little like something's off, we haven't really put our finger on it. It's usually, and you guys tell me if you agree, usually you're getting it, but it's so much going on. It's usually not until the very, when all is done, when they're off with the new supply and they're done with you, they're through with you, is when you actually start collecting all the data. You start putting everything in place. You start adding things up. You know, you start multiplying everything. You got your algebra equation. You got your trigonometry. You got everything, and everything is making sense. When everything is done, when the dust is settled, when you go through all of that you go through, because you start remembering everything, you start cycling back in your memory Rolodex, and you're like, okay, so that's what that was about. So that's why that's why you couldn't find your keys. That's why this happened. That's why when you got in the car, it was acting funny. That all of those things start adding up. And you're like, okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. I completely get it. And yep, you're right, Half Moon. Yep. And then Lawrence says, this happened to me and I didn't understand what was going on. Yep. Same here. Same here. Same here. If anybody else experienced that same thing, put a hand up or say me too. Yeah, yep, absolutely. It happened to me as well. And then Lawrence says 100%. Yep, and then the royal honey, right. That's what I thought it was called. Is that what I called it? I think that's what I called it, yes. Yep, yeah. Yep, exactly. And then Half Moon says it was the last time she came to my home, but not the last Hoover. Right, right. Because things where she went wasn't working out, wasn't what she thought it was going to be. So she was trying to come back around, trying to hoover to see if you would bait once again. And if you did, she was going to throw all those bedroom tricks again, pull out the royal honey, give it to you, put it on your biscuit or whatever, and get you whipped again. Meanwhile, stealing your and robbing you of your energy and transferring their negative energy onto you. Yeah, yep, it's real. It's a real thing. We don't talk about it. We don't really understand it, but it happens. It does happen. And then Lawrence says they also completely stop intimacy at one point because they can't give you any. They can't give you and the new supply, right? Well, they're not interested in you. They don't want you in any way. You have absolutely zero interest for them. They don't want to entertain you at all. You're completely disgusting. Completely disgusting. You disgust them. You are nasty. You are trash. You are vile. You are nothing to them. You are the gum on the bottom of their shoe, and they let you know it. They don't say it, but their demeanor, their behavior tells you that that's how they feel. When you see them looking at you, they look at you like this. Like that their mouth is turned up. In other words, you are disgusting and I hate you. They may not say those words, but everything about their demeanor says that, just that. Because they letting you know without letting you know. And if they're really bold, they're letting you know. If they're really through with you for the moment, they're letting you know. They're verbally telling you. Because they're jumping up and down inside and they can't wait to get rid of you to replace you with the new supply. It's official, but it's not official because you're still here. Why are you still here? Why don't you go away? That's how they are treating you. If anybody can relate, tell me you can relate. Why are you still here? You are bothering them. Everything about you bothers them. Your breathing bothers them. Your very existence bothers them. You don't talk to them all day. And they see you for the very first time. That bothers them. Yeah, yep. And then Vanessa says, I could sense that there was something not right about the narc. He seemed too good to be true. Right. Right. That's the bait. That is the bait. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Absolutely. Yep. And then Lawrence says, I also remember she kept getting infections, and upon my research, I realized because of the infidelity, she had her pH balance was off. Yep. Sounds about right. And I'm so sorry, Lawrence. So sorry. But that sounds just about right. Very, very, very right. And then Vanessa says, I remember when the narc looked at me right in my eyes and told me that he knew everything about me. Yep, he was really obsessive and such a liar. Right. He did know everything about you because he's been studying you. He's been keeping track. He knows where you are. He knows what you're doing. He knows who you're talking to. They're very, very, very possessive people. They want to know where you are, what you're doing at every moment. They know everything about you, so they think. They study you. They study you to use it against you. That's that bait, right? They bait with intimacy. They bait with mirroring you. Yeah, that's what they do. And Lawrence says facts, 100%. There you go. Yep. That is absolutely what narcissists do. That's how they roll, like Sierra says. Yep. But Lawrence says, I am so much happier. I had to learn to be by myself and believe that God has who I am supposed to be with, not who I choose. Right. Right. We touched on that last night on TikTok. Exactly. Right. Because who we're choosing, like I said last night, who we're choosing, we're going to choose 9 times out of 10 because we're choosing from a different mindset, right? We're choosing from the flesh. So 9 times out of 10, our choosing is going to be wrong almost every time. But if we allow God to choose, we allow God to direct, stand back and let God do his work. But a lot of times we want it so bad that by any means necessary. And then what happens? All hell breaks loose because it's the wrong one. obviously, clearly, because we allowed the flesh to lead us. Well, the flesh is going to lead us wrong every single time. Because if we could allow someone to come in and use the flesh as a weakness against us, what good could come out of that? What good can come out of allowing someone to come in and use the flesh, our very flesh, against us, to manipulate us? What good can come out of that? When you really sit down and think about it, what is there any good that could come out of that other than temporary pleasure? Other than the temporary pleasure, is there any good? Yeah. And then Half Moon says, I've spent so much time alone in my life that I like being alone. I know. You know why, Half Moon? And I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you because I'm on the same wavelength. You know why? Because your peace, because your peace, you can't put a price on it. That's why. You don't have anybody disrupting your mind. You don't have anyone playing games on you, trying to trick you, trying to use you. You don't have any of that. So yeah, it becomes very peaceful to have that where you don't have to play games with anybody. Because too grown for that. Way too grown to play games with people. And then Vanessa says, the narc spoke so bad about his mother. Yep. And was absent in his daughter's life. After I told him he needed to change, now he is in his daughter's life and speaks nicer of his mother. He is so fake, right? Because he's doing that in front of you, but when you're gone, he's probably not. He's only doing it in front of you because that's something that you mentioned. So now he wants to pretend to be this great person. Right. They do it all the time. All the time. And then Lawrence says, facts. I will be 52 on Christmas, Christmas Eve. I had to unlearn all I knew about being in a toxic connection. Yeah. Yep. And it's scary and it's sad to say this, but it becomes your normal for a while. You're like, doesn't everybody go through this? No, that's not healthy. It's not a healthy relationship to be in. But we have to learn that. And we usually don't learn it until it's over. We know when we're in it that something's definitely not right. This can't be it. This is some bull. But we're still in it. We're still riding that wave, hoping and praying that things get better. And it never does. Not with a toxic person and not with a narcissist. It never does. And then Vanessa says, I didn't want the narc ex meeting my family or friends. I just knew he was no good. Yep. And then Lawrence says, peace is priceless. I know that's right. It sure is. It absolutely is. Hey, Ebony. How you doing today, love? Welcome in, welcome in. I got to send Tennessee Rose email. I haven't seen her on the live in a little bit. I gotta remember to send her an email. How you doing, Ebony? Welcome in, welcome in. And then Lawrence says, "Hey, Ebony, good to see you in the chat." And then Vanessa saying, "Hey, Ebony." And then Half Moon says, "I sent the pictures." Okay, perfect. I'll take a look. And then Ebony is saying, "Hey, Lawrence. Hey, Vanessa." And then Lawrence says, "Fire topic." I appreciate you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm gonna wrap up. See what Cupcake wants for dinner. I have no idea what we're gonna do. And then I promise that I'm going to try to go live on TikTok as well. So I might do that later on this evening. So if you're on, stop by and, join the conversation. And then Truth says, I try to get my daughter in my life, but the narcissists don't care about children, and the narcissists don't care if you are a parent of your children. That's one of the reasons they are damned. Yeah, that's not cool. I'm sorry about that. I'm so sorry. So sorry, True. No, I hope that you're able to get that worked out. Because kids get bigger. Kids get bigger for sure. So I'm so sorry about that. And then Lawrence is conscious. I wish I could get some. I wish I could get some of that. Oh my goodness. Ooh, that would be so good. And what you know about that? What you know about conch? Oh my goodness. And Lawrence says, "Is this food you make?" I don't know where to find it. I don't know. Maybe in Miami they may have it, but on this side, I don't see it. I don't see that at all. I never see that. But it is good. Conch fritters are thebomb.com. Yeah, but that's good. That's some great food. I love it. I just don't see it. I haven't had conch in, oh my goodness, I can't tell you how long, but it is delicious. It is really, really good. And then Ebony says, "I'm gonna send you an email. I want to talk to you about something." Okay, cool. Sounds good. When are you available? When are you looking to chat? Are you looking to chat today? Probably you're on Eastern time. Probably about six, like in a half an hour, if that works for you. And then Lawrence says, "I study things." Oh my goodness. I have not seen conch in I don't know how long. It's been a long time. I haven't had it in forever, but it is really, really good. It's delicious. If it's made right, it's the bomb. And then Truth says, "My daughter is now already 10 years old." Oh. Are you able to talk to her, Truth? Are you able to communicate with her? I think you guys are in different countries, but are you able to actually talk to her over the phone? Is that something that is possible? And if so, are you able to FaceTime her? Because I think that that's really a good way to, even though you're separate, a good way that you can still connect. And again, I'm so sorry, honey. And then Half Moon says, "My son sent me an alligator. Sent me alligator last year to cook for Christmas. I jumped back when." Wait, he sent an actual alligator in the box? Oh my God. And he didn't tell you? Oh, see, I would have beat his behind. Oh no, honey. Oh, heck no. Oh gosh. Ooh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Did you eat it? Did Half Moon, did you eat it? Oh my God. Oh. Ooh. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. No, sir. Mm-mm. And then Ebby says 6 words. Okay, honey. And then Lawrence says, have a good evening, everyone. I appreciate it. I appreciate this platform. We appreciate you too. Love you. Have a great night. Half Moon says it's still frozen, but it was a surprise. Oh my goodness. It was frozen. Oh, it was frozen. And yes, we ate it. Ooh. But never again. Half Moon, you know I love to laugh. Don't get me to laughing. Oh my goodness. Okay. Everybody says, I don't know why, but everyone always associates like exotic stuff. A lot of people associate it that is, they say it tastes like chicken. So Half Moon, did the alligator actually taste like chicken? Was it similar? Let us know. And then Lawrence says, Treasure, you're doing an amazing job. God is expanding your territory. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. Hey, Ebony, send me an email so we can kind of work out how long of a session that you want. Okay, honey. And then Half Moon says, no, it was more like a, oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Ooh, okay. So it was more fishy. Okay, gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. Well, I love you guys. You guys are so awesome. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Remember that you are part of God's kingdom and that He loves you more than anything in this world. Have an amazing evening. I might come on tomorrow. It's a 50-50. I gotta see. I gotta get some rest too. So I'm trying to balance everything. So I might come on tomorrow. If I don't see you tomorrow, then I'll see you next week. But I think I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best to come on tomorrow. And then if you want to connect for a one-on-one, I'll put the information under the description so we can, schedule something. And then, yes, God bless you too, Vanessa. Have a wonderful day. More than likely, 80% that I'll be on tomorrow. Mwah. Love you guys, and check out the Teespring and the Spread Shop store. Love you guys. Have a good evening. Bye.